It's Tuesday, March 28th. This is a pre-opening SPY report about a half hour to go before the open. And today we're setting up nicely for a potential down move. If you look here, the pre-market range is below the midpoint of the prior day between the blue lines, and it's skewing towards the lower end of the range as we open up. That's going to set up a two down day. The two down day then has a target down to last week's lows. If this could be an example, if things really get weak, where the daily trigger then signals the weekly trigger, because we target all the way down here, then the weekly trigger will trigger all the way down here. Now that's a tremendous drop within the 4 more days to go, and that's the only thing you're kind of you're going to look at and see if you can get that downward move. Can you really follow through to set the weekly trigger on a 2 down? I mean, it's a long way down here, but it's definitely possible. What you also have going is you have the failure on the 2 up yesterday to reach its target. A lot of times when you see that, then it gives you more confidence to go the other way. There are examples of that on the chart, on the daily chart here. Well, this one was a 2 up that kind of just reached its target, but once you got the 2 down, it really started moving down. Here's an example where you had the 2 down to start the week. It should have hit that target when it didn't, and then you get the 2 up. Then that reaches the other opposite target and extends a little bit. So we failed to reach the 2 up target here. We're heading lower. We have the weekly open from yesterday right here, the yellow line. So, as long as we hold below the pre-market lows and this yellow line, which was the open, we're going to be biased to the downside all week. And this start lower starts the 2 down to really work towards these targets down here. So let's just see what unfolds structure-wise. Nothing's guaranteed, but definitely this is the type of thing you generally look for, where you get the actionable signal, where the daily chart then triggers the weekly signal. The magnitude of that move triggers the weekly signal, which actually even turns the monthly chart back to red. And we're running out of time to reach those monthly targets, but maybe this ends up with kind of a 2 down month with a little bit of red to it that follows through into next month versus kind of a reversal into April. So we still have some time to go before this bar ends, but we'll see what when it does end, what it most leads to, likely going into the next month. So anyway, definitely win, lose, draw. You got to play. If we get the opening that continues below the pre-market lows, you got to play that downside and see if it develops into a strong directional day towards this target. Even if it ends up, being a kind of a move that starts down and you got to get stopped out or something like, you still have to kind of play this one, because this is a lot of things aligning, and this is kind of the days you wait for when that happens. So let's see if we continue lower. If we can get that weak opening and the structure is in place, then let's look for some downside here to start the week.